You don't have a useless degree. I have a useless degree. In fact, I have like the world's most useless degree. When I graduated, I didn't really have a chance to get my degree framed, and I wanted to get it done nicely, not just like get a Walmart frame. So obviously, I put it away somewhere for safekeeping. That's the spot that I chose because it's high up. It's also the spot that I chose for a cascading vine, which has now since been moved, but for several years, I kept it up there. My degree came in this folder. Anyway, on top of my degree being a fine arts degree, this is what it looks like now. This shit's completely useless. On top of watering my plant, I was also watering my degree. So next time you say that your degree is useless,
My degree from UCLA is practically useless to me, and I'm sure you're wondering, Sophia, how come? You just got that thing. And I'll tell you how come. So I graduated from UCLA in June with a bachelor's in psychology, and practically all of my internship and work experience was in marketing because that's what I thought I was going to do with my life after I graduated college. But then 2 months out of college, I had this sobering realization that that was actually not what I wanted to do with my life anymore. And then of course I was very panicked by that realization because what was I going to do with my life now? After everything I had done to set myself onto the right track.
So I made a video before of people talking about like if college was a scam, and now she was talking about like her degree being useless. Like she explained that she went into fine arts and she got a degree and it's completely not being utilized at all, right? And I like to say that it's not necessarily the degree, it's what you do with it. But in some cases, degrees like fine arts don't necessarily mean anything. And I feel like universities just offer those programs as filler and a way to keep people in the college. Because well, actually, those degrees are there because somebody actually likes them. It could be the case where the university just puts them there just to keep people in the university. But if you look up like the most popular and the most enrolled programs in universities or like colleges, whatever you want to call them, it's usually degrees that really have no real world impact, like fine arts. Is that the fault of the university? Maybe, but if you really look at it, it's the people actually enrolling in these programs. Anyway, as for her and the other girl talking about her degree is useless, I feel kind of bad. There's nothing worse I could actually think of in terms of education. You go into debt to get a degree that turns out you don't necessarily like. And I think that applies to degrees that are useful, in my opinion, like degrees that enable you to be a doctor or a lawyer or engineering, things like that, right? It would be very, very heartbroken if that actually happened to me, where I actually went into these programs and I didn't end up enjoying the program at all. That's why I said before, it's a good idea to actually get some idea of what you would want to do with the rest of your life, or not necessarily figure everything out, because a lot of people, even if they went to college, don't have it figured out even at 25, 26. And there's some sentiments that you actually need to figure a lot of things out before 30 or 35 or whatever it may be. And I'm telling you, that's not true, because everybody learns at their own pace. A lot of people understand information at their own pace. Not everybody is the same, where you'd have one person over here that became a millionaire at 25 and then you are in your 40s still paying off student loan debt. Everybody grows at their own pace, and what you would like to do with the rest of your life may happen, or you would find that thing when you're 40 or when you're 30. So don't be discouraged. It's okay to not know exactly what you want to do. Me, I thought I wanted to be a tradesman, but turns out I went to college. And I am one of the lucky ones to realize that I actually enjoy what I do. with the degree that I have, or the diploma, or whatever you want to call it. But I would give you this type of advice. If you don't know what you want to do, you just need to start trying different things and to see if you actually like it. That's the only real way you would know if you actually like something. Assuming that you would enjoy something based off another person you see doing that thing and they seemingly enjoy it is not a great idea. That's how you end up finishing college and not enjoying what you do. What else does she have to say?
Track. And so after some soul searching, I found something new. It was an industry that I didn't realize existed until that moment, but it felt like it had everything I was looking for. The problem is this is not an easy industry to get into, and generally one of the main requirements to even get into it is to have a degree related to that industry. That I do not have. Yeah.
Like you just heard her say, she found another industry that she actually likes and would like to get into. Problem is that industry requires another degree. That's what I'm saying. If she had did a little bit of soul searching, it's not 100% guaranteed, obviously, but I'm pretty sure she would have a better chance of finding that one thing that she would actually like if she just did a little bit of soul searching before she actually went to college. Now she went to college, she got debt, and now she's exiting college with debt, with a degree that she'll never use in her life. And now she actually found a degree or like a field that she would actually like to go into, and she has to go back to school and get a degree to get in this industry. That's actually pretty weird. Why would they require like a degree like that? It seems like a very, I don't know. That was kind of weird. I didn't understand the entirety of that, but nevertheless, she found the thing that she wants to do, and now she seems like she's going for it, which is good. What's not going to be good is the fact that she has to pay off all of those loans, which I'm assuming is going to range on average between $50,000 to $60,000. And the thing with those loans is that it accrues interest, which means it will get to a point where you're only paying the interest. And that is what puts people in a position where they cannot advance at all. And I feel bad for people like that.
That I do not have. Yeah, unfortunately, psychology is nowhere near that. I also evidently don't have any relevant work experience.
I think the next person I'm talking about, she went for psychology. Nobody really goes for psychology unless you know somebody in the field who has connects and clients and stuff like that. Yeah, it's completely useless, unfortunate for her. But I'm hoping that she actually finds something, or that the thing that she's going into will be beneficial for her and her future. As I said before, it depends on what you go for, and hopefully you take the time to actually understand who you are as a person before you go into debt and find out that your degree is completely useless. That's it.